Hey guys, Gadenzi Photography here, and today I'm going to show you 3 easy ways to remove skin spots and blemishes. Now, Photoshop is such a fantastic and versatile tool that there's so many different ways to be able to remove skin spots and blemishes. I personally would recommend either using the patch tool, spot healing brush, or the healing brush. And today we're going to go through each one and describe some of the best ways to use them, when to avoid using them, and how to use them in general. As you can see here, we have a fantastic model here, but she just has a few blemishes that I would like to touch up here and there. So the patch healing tool is very destructive in a way, in the sense that you can't just work from it on a blank layer. You actually need to work on it from a layer that already has an image on top. So to copy this, you just press Ctrl J on PC or Option J on a Mac. And we select our patch tool, which is over here in amongst the spot healing and the healing brush. Now we have to make sure that we select the source up here. And what we do is we take the spot that we'd like to remove, such as this one here, and we literally drag and drop it to an area with similar skin texture. To select further, you just have to circle what else you'd like to remove and just drag and drop. And just drag and drop. Now, if for example, you take a spot and you move it onto an area that doesn't necessarily match the skin tones, for example, like this, that's a bit extreme there, you can easily just drag and drop it to an area that you see fit. So it's not entirely set in stone when you make a selection. And already we can see such a vast difference from just clicking this layer, making it visible and invisible. Now the problem with this is, let's say you did a few corrections beforehand. So let's just make a couple layers here. On this one, I'll just take the brush tool and just say, let's just reduce it down a bit. 1, then we've got 2, and we've got 3 here. So let's say I wanted to adjust one of these. That's easy to do once you've got all your different layers and you can adjust each layer individually. However, if I wanted to remove some more blemishes, I can't just make another layer, go to my patch tool and select this, for example, to move it. See? Could not use the patch tool because the selected area is empty. That's because there's no image for this to take care of. Now, if we went down to number 1, for example, and we did the patch tool here, you can see it moves the number 1 section there, as that has something on it already. So what we have to do is Shift Control Alt E or Shift Control Command E on a Mac to merge all these layers into a separate copy. And there we can continue with our patch tool and keep working on that. Now the downside is, if we wanted to adjust any of the changes that we had done before, for example on the 1, 2, or 3, we can't do it anymore because that is now hard embedded into this layer. So I recommend the patch tool if it's the first step in your retouching phase and removing the spots, and if any steps afterwards you don't mind being hard embedded into a file if you want to go back and continue using the patch tool. So the second tool I want to show you is the spot healing brush. To get there, we press J on our keyboard. However, because we already have the patch tool selected, to cycle through, we have to press Shift J until we get to the spot healing brush. Alternatively, we can just click and hold until the drop down menu happens, and then we can press the spot healing brush. Now let's create a new layer. And let's zoom in. So the spot healing brush is a fantastic tool. All I have to do is find the area that I want to remove and drag and drop. Now, you see, it didn't actually happen here because I have to have sample all layers selected, which means that it selects all the layers from below as well. So we just drag and drop, and there we go. Look at that. Look how quick and easy this is. all I'm doing. Take big lines, take small lines, make it bigger, make it smaller, remove that blemish. Now obviously for the purpose of this exercise, I am quickly running through it. I would typically take a lot more time and a lot more precision when going over it, but already you can see such a vast difference in a very quick amount of time. Now, the only problem with the spot healing brush, and let's say I zoom in here, and we can see the skin texture here. Especially in this area, it looks just a little bit muddy, looks a little bit blurred. Now, the reason that's happening is because the automation from this brush is selecting it from a different source around the image. And unfortunately, you don't really have full control over that and can produce these soft looking corrections. So to show you the difference between the spot healing brush and the healing brush, let me just name this spot healing. And I'll try and keep the same amount of correction as before. And I'll just name this one healing. I'll zoom in again. And I'll this time select the healing brush. Now, like the stamp tool, this you have to select the area by holding Alt on your keyboard and clicking where you want the area to go and remove it. And so you have to do that multiple times. However, so let's say we want to remove this blemish. We select Alt here, and then we drag that texture across. And we do the same here, and we do the same here. Now, you see, I wanted to move over here, but you can probably see just where the X is, down at the bottom here. That's because I did not have a line to select. So for example, if I was to click here, which is underneath where I'm currently brushing, and I was to move over here, then it aligns in the same direction that I was currently in. So it just allows you to work a little bit faster if you've got an area of skin that you know you want to retouch. Now already from this, just this little bit of correction, you can probably see the difference that this has done versus the spot healing. So that's before, and that's with the healing, with the spot healing. You see all the muddiness there? The healing brush really allows a lot more control when you're actually retouching the skin. It allows you to select textures from the areas that you want to ensure that it doesn't remain broken on the skin and you don't get any muddy areas. And there we have it. So just to recap, the patch tool is great as a first step, as it just takes the textures across and heals the skin naturally that way. However, it does produce larger file sizes as you are working off image layers rather than a blank layer for you to do your adjustments on. The spot healing brush is a very quick and very fast resource. However, you don't have full control over what textures of the skin that it is taking it from. Whereas the healing brush is a beautiful middle tool where you can select what textures of the skin you actually want to take from and apply it to the blemishes or the spots you would like to remove. I hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content. I'm going to be posting many more tutorials on this channel to help you guys out. And also let me know any feedback if there's anything that was confusing to you or you'd like to expand on a couple points, as I'm always going to be reading the comments and helping you guys out. All right, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.